Are you overextending yourself to get an approval from somebody, a society, a friend, a group? If you're doing that, you're not loving self. If you're doing that, I'll guarantee you 99.9% that you're going home every day or you're returning to your bed every day sad. Sad because you know that you're not operating within your unique self. You're not operating within your unique self. You were uniquely made by God. So I know that sometimes we say be you, but then they are setting a behavior and personality that you picked on yourself. That is not what we are validating. When I say be you and you yourself, you were preciously or beautifully made by God, I'm talking about your true you, without that personality that you've put on yourself, without that, attitude that you've put on yourself to get approval of somebody. I'm talking about leaning into you. Lean into you to find the true you and bring that back to surface. Meaning that there is something within you that makes you unique, but it's been buried by people's agenda, personalities that you've picked and accumulated along the way, behaviors and attitude that is not validated and aligned with godly principles. So all those things, we all have one or two. If you shake those off and you snap out of that and lean into yourself, you will bring back the uniqueness of you and start being on somebody else's agenda. That is where you generate happiness that lasts. That is where you generate happiness that lasts, because you will not leak if you restore your self-love. You will not leak because you'll be content, self-satisfied with what you do, that you will not move into doing other things. So reclaiming self is not selfishness. It is leaning into yourself to bring back the fullness of you. To bring back the fullness of you. That's not selfishness. Somebody tells you that, oh, you're so selfish. Let that person define that selfishness to you. It's like, it's about time that we stop taking words, harsh words from people and brushing it off, because it gets into your reticular activation system. Your RAS would pick it up. And before you know it, you are bringing it back into you to say, oh, I guess I'm selfish, so I have to be on somebody else's agenda. No, 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 no. It's about time that you start looking at you and paying attention to yourself, bringing balance, bringing, and presence, and bringing intention to be able to live a life on a daily basis that is fulfillment, right? That is, self-fulfillment, making sure that every day that you wake up, you are present within you and put you on your agenda, put you, the whole you, the fullness of you on your agenda, and make a list of the things that are non-negotiables for you, the non-negotiables. And to be able to do that, you need to know what your value is. Your value. You are so valuable. So what is your value? What are your guiding principles? What boundaries have you set? Setting boundaries is not erecting walls and not talking to people. It's a bridge to peace. It's a bridge to your happiness. It's a bridge to your sound mind. It's a bridge to your self-love. So what have you set for yourself in February? Because at the end of February, I'm going to come here and ask you those same questions that I just asked you. And I said, relationship and self-esteem. Deactivate yourself from that toxin relationship. Deactivate yourself from that toxin society. Deactivate yourself from that toxin friendship. If you are in a friendship relationship and every day you are on that person's agenda and all you have to do is keep pleasing and pleasing and pleasing and pleasing and doing everything out of you to make sure that person is okay, it's a toxin. Take it from MJ. Taken from Mama Jane or Janet, in how you call me, it's a toxin relationship. Sooner or later, it'll come get you. It'll bite you in your butt. Nix it. Nix it. I wish I had a scissors. Nix that relationship, that toxin. It's poisoning your body. That toxin society that you're in, that you have to be on the agenda. Oh, I need to do this to belong. Oh, I need to say this to belong. Oh, I need to act like this to belong. Acting, saying, doing, that is not aligned with your purpose. That is not aligned with who you are. It's poisoning your body and it's going to get you on the wrong path of life. So it's going to get you backwards on life. Make sure, oh, did Sheila take me to TikTok? There's a TikTok something here. Make sure that you're not on anybody's agenda. So I said, find peace, balance, and purpose. Stress, pressure, and unhappiness is not your portion. Anytime that you are on somebody else's agenda, and I'm closing. So like I said, I need to really gain my energy back for my trip. I have a very busy schedule this week, starting tomorrow. So I want to make sure, because I didn't make a move this whole week. I wasn't able to, I haven't come out of my house. So all I'm saying is that unhappiness, bitterness, what did I say? Pressure. Is somebody giving you pressure to act certain ways? Is somebody giving you pressure to be in certain society? Is somebody giving you pressure that you have to belong? If you have to belong here, you need to dress this way. You need to act that way. You need to be that way. Check within you. Lean within yourself and ask yourself, does this align with my principles? And if it's not, nix it. Cut it out of your life because it's poisoning your body. And very soon, that poison, it's going to just be out of your words and your actions and your deed. And so people are going to look at you and say, what changed? This is not the person we know. This is not the personality that we're used to. If that is because you have removed yourself from certain toxic relationship, that is a win. But if you are behaving based on somebody else's agenda and your words are negative, your actions are negative, your results are not yielding you to be the better version of yourself, then you need to nix that. You need to remove yourself from that relationship, align yourself with the right people. And that is what I always say, that purge the people around you. And ensure that these are people who understand my dreams. These are people who understand where I'm going. These are people who will cheer me on even when I'm down. These are people who accept my mistakes as a learning curve for me to move into the next level. If you don't have those kind of people around you, and you have the ones that are going to, the bickerings and the pinpointing, criticizing you and everything, fire your critics. Fire your critics. Cut yourself out and love yourself. Loving thyself is not selfishness. Loving thyself is ensuring that you are giving yourself compassion and ensuring that you're paying attention to you and ensuring that you own your own happiness. And lastly, making sure that you are your own best friend. You are your own best friend. I made that mistake once. I'm telling you from experience that, when you live on people's agenda, you're giving without thinking. You're doing things just because you want to let the other people happy before you even look at yourself. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Self-love, my friends. Bring love within you. Lean within yourself and ensure that you are your own best friend. Is the only way you can flow that love onto others without being hurt, without being broken, without being, all of that. Love thyself first before you can flow that love onto others. All too soon, guys. My time is